3X back on the call once again, and we are live on the View Japan Pro Wrestling Tour with a singles match that has title implications for the Extraordinary Wrestling Association. Making his way into the arena, one half of the current reigning XWA Tag Team Champions, Big Duke Morrow, aka the Big Boss, representing KATANA. And the stipulation for this match is that if his opponent defeats him here tonight, then he earns a championship opportunity for the tag team titles with, obviously, the partner that he chooses to bring along with him to the dance. And these will be very familiar faces that will be encountering each other in this contest, as once again, KATANA will face off and lock horns against the Showguns. Of course, this variation of the Showguns will be different from the ones that they faced at Soul Survivor to retain their tag team titles. Instead, it will be the newest member of this newfound trio in the form of the man who calls himself Mexican Muscle, Apollo Vega. As we await his approach into the arena, wait a second. Is that, ladies and gentlemen, Apollo Vega makes his way into the arena sporting his luchador mask. It was almost 3 years ago that Apollo Vega faced off against Aki-san in a mask versus mask match that saw Aki-san defeat his at one time friend and then longtime adversary. This, of course, is when Vega was a member of the original iteration of World's Finest. He lost his mask. He continued on his path and then found redemption by joining forces with Drake Manning, and has seemingly turned over a new leaf, I suppose, to the point where Aki-san just gave it back to him. I am honestly surprised that Aki-san even kept the mask. But if there's anyone who knows about the tradition and the importance of the luchador mask, it is the Dragon Warrior, who, despite being Japanese himself, has absorbed the lucha libre culture and wears it with pride, as does Apollo Vega, it would seem. And yeah, the look on his face is just absolutely of pure excitement. He is invigorated here. As you can see from the start of this match, he's just moving a little faster than normal, but leave it to Big Duke to slow things down. Oh God. Did you see the way that Vega's head bounced off that bottom rope? And here we see a shining example of the irresistible force meeting the immovable object. These are not small men in the ring, folks. Duke Morrow weighs in at 325 pounds, Apollo Vega an even 296. But of course you couldn't tell that just by looking at him. He is very quick, very agile, and very athletic for a man of his size. But let's not take away from the fact that he also just so happens to be pretty powerful at that. He just lifted Morrow into the air, slammed it back onto the ground, and then rains down punches in bunches. But wait a second, caught in mid-stride with an STO by Morrow. An impressive maneuver right there. Taking a few lessons from his counterparts in KATANA, no doubt. He can certainly brawl with the best of them, but sometimes he throws in a few surprises that definitely takes his opponents off of their game. And has a high angle on the elbow drop. Right to the chest of Morrow. Morrow, though, fighting back. And now Vega fighting back. And look at that. Morrow sidesteps a drop kick in a second. And for a third time. Are you kidding me? A little shuck and jive by the big boss. And yeah, did I forget to mention to you guys that Apollo Vega is 296 pounds and just ran off 3 consecutive drop kicks? Doesn't score on what looked to be his signature. Wait a second, pinfall here. Only a 1 count though. But Vega attempting his signature crucifix powerbomb. Morrow escapes that but couldn't escape the belly to belly that followed it. And now it appears that Vega has gained momentum, but I spoke too soon. Morrow, kick to the gut, and now up into the air with the wrist clutch and down. With the big boss slam, covers center of the ring. And no, Apollo Vega gets the shoulder up and Duke Morrow is beside himself. But manages to regain his composure long enough to subdue the oncoming Vega, and ouch. He just lynched Vega neck first into that top rope. Not a very comfortable position. Series of lariats and then follows up with a tilt-a-whirl slam, and now Morrow's in control. Vega up and down with a choke slam. But Apollo Vega still fighting back. The intestinal fortitude of Apollo Vega is absolutely amazing. Even after all that punishment, he gets right back up. Only to get knocked back down, however. But Vega up again. This man is all heart and all fight. Bouncing to the ropes in a third lariat, taking Morrow down. Kick to the gut. And Vega going for the crucifix again. But once again, Duke Morrow escapes, but runs into another belly-to-belly suplex. Wow. For a couple of big guys, this is a very fast-paced, high-octane match, but it could come to an end here. No. Only a 1 count by Vega, but right back on the attack. Applying a nerve hold here, it looks like, but Morrow back to one knee, back to his feet, shot right to the kidneys, and another to follow up to the face. And no, it looked like Vega was about to go for a discus clothesline, mistimed it, and Morrow takes advantage of the missed position with a second big boss slam and a cover. But no, again, Apollo Vega kicks out of the big boss slam. And Morrow looked like he was about to follow up with another big move, but Apollo Vega, one step ahead, another head of steam here, slowing his opponent down, applying the single leg Boston Crab. But Morrow fights out of it. Boot right to the face. And no, this time Apollo Vega scores. Not with a drop kick, but he hits the Hurricane Rana, and from the agility, we go to the power. Gorilla press it. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Apollo Vega with an impressive and emphatic victory here tonight. As we take a look at some of the highlights here, that's 1, 2, and a third drop kick sidestepped by Morrow. Some incredible athleticism on display by both of these big men. And here we see a second big boss slam. Vega kicks out of it. fights his way back and delivers this scintillating combination. Gorilla press into a standing moonsault, and that is enough to pick up the victory. And with that, the Showguns will earn a championship opportunity against KATANA at XWA Madness. But the story of tonight here is Apollo Vega. Mexican Muscle is back with his mask intact. And yes, this is his final form.